Our program, I'd like to introduce a special guest, Mr. William Kimball, who is the superintendent of the Port Huron Area Schools. Mr. Kimball.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here. And on behalf of the Board of Education and all of the employees of the Port Huron School District, we'd like to welcome you. I think that the Grandparents' Day is really one of the nicest and probably most important activities that we do throughout the years in our schools. And I think this is the first time that Indian Woods School has done this. I'm really pleased just to have this activity here. I think you're going to enjoy it. The kids really look forward to it. I would like to say that when I was growing up, my grandparents played a major role, and I know that they influenced me in many, many ways. During the years I was growing up, 3 of the 4 of my grandparents lived with me. And I always think back, and sometimes I think grandparents have a special effect and maybe more influential than even parents in some ways. So I'd certainly encourage you to play whatever role that you feel you can in the raising of your grandchildren and helping your kids to raise those grandchildren. I know that the kids are real lucky if they happen to be in the same community that the grandparents are, and obviously we probably have that in most cases here. So I would also like to add that I'm kind of jealous because I have 2 adult young men, sons, that so far haven't gotten married, and I keep telling them it's time because we're ready to be grandparents too. So I hope you enjoy the morning. I know you're going to enjoy the program, and I know that your grandchildren are going to like spending some time with you, showing you what you're doing. If you haven't been in elementary school in a few years, you're going to be surprised by what these kids can do, particularly with computers and things like that. Again, welcome and thank you for coming this morning.
Thank you, Mr. Kimball. And now, you didn't come here to see me speak. You came here to see the children put on the 3 Nanny Goats program and then go visit your classrooms. I'm going to ask the kindergartners to come in on the risers, and while they're doing that, after the program, if you would just remain seated, we're going to have a short little raffle, and then we're going to have adults come in and you can give names of your grandchildren. There's a map on the back of your program, and we're going to direct you to the classrooms. So if you just sit tight for a minute after the program, I'm going to dismiss the kindergartners, have the raffle, and then we'll dismiss you to the classrooms. While our boys and girls are getting settled, in the red dress is our kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Morrison, and in the bluish green is our other kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Tracy, and Mrs. Gagny is at the piano, and she is our music teacher. And this is our AM kindergarten group. Boys and girls, why don't you wave to moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas? Get the wiggles out. Are you ready now? Hands at our sides, big smiles.
Here's the story.
Once upon a time, there were 3 nanny goats, Gruff. Their names were Annie, Fanny, and Big Bertha Lee. They lived in a meadow with their kid brothers, Willie, Nilly, and Billy. All day long, they ate fresh green grass. One day, Big Bertha Lee said to the other goats, "I have sad news.
I have sad news.
There is not much green grass left in our meadow.
There's not much green grass left in our meadow.
We will need more to eat.
We will need more to eat.
We must cross the bridge
We must cross the bridge
and go live on the hillside
and go live on the hillside
where there is more grass."
where there is more grass.
The nanny goats had lived in the meadow for a long time. They would miss the meadow. They were sad. Annie Goat went to say goodbye to Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit. "We are going over the bridge to live on the hillside," she said.
We're going to the bridge to live on the hillside.
The rabbits perked up their ears. "What?
What?
You're going across the bridge?" they said.
You're going across the bridge? Watch out! Watch out! There's a troll under there. He's big, he's mean, and he's hungry as a bear. Watch out! Watch out! There's a troll under there. He's big, he's mean, and he's hungry as a bear.
"I will be careful," said Annie Goat.
I'll be careful.
Fanny Goat went to say goodbye to Mr. and Mrs. Butterfly. "We are going over the bridge to live on the hillside," she said.
We're going over the bridge to live on the hillside.
The butterflies flapped their wings. "What?"
What?
Sorry, wings. Thank you. "You're going across the bridge?" they said.
We're going across the bridge. Watch out! Watch out! There's a troll under there. He's big, he's mean, and he's hungry as a bear. Watch out! Watch out! There's a troll under there. He's big, he's mean, and he's hungry as a bear.
"I will be careful," said Fanny Goat.
I will be careful.
The first to go over the bridge were Annie Goat and Willie Goat. The mean and ugly troll under the bridge heard them.
I hear someone walking over my bridge, my bridge, my bridge. I hear someone walking over my bridge, but the streets, across the streets to meet. Who's that walking over my bridge?
Annie Goat answered, "It is I, Annie Goat.
Right, Annie Goat.
I am walking to the hillside
I'm walking to the hillside
with my kid brother Willie."
with my kid brother Willie.
The troll rubbed his tummy and smacked his lips.
Then stop where you are. I will follow you up.
"Oh, please don't gobble us up," said Annie Goat.
Oh, please don't gobble us up.
"If you wait a few minutes,
If you wait a few minutes,
some bigger goats will come."
some bigger goats will come.
"Well, be off with you," said the troll,
We'll be off with you.
and he waited. After a while, Fanny Goat and Millie Goat began to cross the bridge.
Chip, chap, chip, chap, pitter and a patter. Walking to the other side for rest and makes us better. Chip, chap, chip, chap. Chip, chap, chip, chap.
The mean and ugly troll under the bridge heard them.
I hear some walking over my bridge, my bridge, my bridge. I hear some walking over my bridge. Such a treat to eat. Who's that walking over my bridge?
Fanny Goat answered, "It is I, Fanny Goat.
It is I, Fanny Goat.
I am walking to the hillside
I'm walking to the hillside
with my kid brother Nilly."
with my kid brother Nanny.
The troll rubbed his tummy and smacked his lips.
Then stop where you are. I will follow you up.
"Oh, please don't gobble us up," said Fanny Goat.
Oh, please don't gobble us up.
"If you wait a few minutes,
If you wait a few minutes,
some bigger goats will come."
some bigger goats will come.
"Well, be off with you," said the troll,
We'll be off with you.
and he waited. After a while, Big Bertha Lee and Billy Goat began to cross the bridge.
Chip, chap, chip, chap, pitter and a patter. Walking to the other side for rest to make us better. Chip, chap, chip, chap. Chip, chap, chip, chap.
The mean and ugly troll under the bridge heard them.
I hear some walking over my bridge, my bridge, my bridge. I hear some walking over my bridge. Such a treat to eat. Who's that walking over my bridge?
Big Bertha Lee answered, "It is I, Big Bertha Lee.
It is I, Big Bertha Lee.
I am walking to the hillside
I am walking to the hillside
with my kid brother Billy."
with my kid brother Billy.
The troll thought, "These must be the biggest goats."
These must be the biggest goats.
Mm-mm. He rubbed his tummy and smacked his lips.
Then stop where you are. I will gobble you up.
"Well, come on up and do it," said Big Bertha Lee.
Well, come on up and do it.
The mean and ugly troll climbed up on the bridge. He looked hungrily at the goats. He raised his mean and ugly arms. Billy Goat's legs started to tremble. Just then, Big Bertha Lee lowered her head. She ran toward the troll and gave him a mighty push with her horns. The troll was very surprised. He fell over and rolled and rolled. He rolled right into the meadow. When the dizzy troll started to get up, Bumblebee came and stung him on the nose. The troll screamed a mean and ugly scream.
Ow!
The 3 nanny goats and their brothers were happy on the hillside. They ate fresh green grass and got fat, and they're still probably fat today. So, snip, snap, snout, this tale's told out.